What was that?
I don't know.
I heard chewing.
Was that what that was?
No.
I heard
Jenny make a sound.
No.
right at the end.
It came out of Jenny's video because it popped
All
on her.
right, I confess, I thought I still had it muted, and I was throwing a plastic bag down so you wouldn't.
Oh, that's what it was.
Sorry.
Your plastic bags sound like eating. Weird.
Well, I was just eating out of the plastic bag.
I immediately had a picture of someone chomping on daikon radish.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
That's the infinite gain sound effect at the end.
Yeah, right. Infinite re-looping audio.
I made this.
Actually, in the infinite gain universe, it would be I ordered this.
Hey, I made my first Hello Fresh meal last night, Scott.
Oh, how was it? How'd it go for you?
It was great. It was one of the Jamie Oliver ones. I'll tell you all about it on Current Geek.
That's what we had too. We can talk together about it on there.
Awesome.
Aren't they
I
good?
just re-blue aproned.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How's that? What? So you're still doing it?
I undid it
You
for a
restarted?
while because when Matt started to work, it was like, oh, I'm never going to cook these. And then I really missed it, and then I reordered it.
Those services are so nice because everything's there.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at this, I'm like, I could have bought all this, but it's just so nice to have it
It's
right.
just saving you the time.
I didn't have to look for the small package of cilantro. I got exactly the number of cauliflower that I needed. Yeah.
And the boxes, the Blue Apron boxes, I think have significantly gotten smaller, which I think they've made an effort towards, because I was really unnerved by the big box for like 3 nights of food. It was like too much. So I think they're working on it.
As Zoe points out in the chat room, my cooking of the aloo gobi is on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Probably still.
Nice.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's good. They do a good job.
I like that it just takes away me having to decide to eat something. And because my decision is, now that there's Postmates, I'm like, well, I'm just going to click these buttons. And so taking away the having to think, shop, and prep, and it just arrives in a box is super useful. All right.
I agree.
Titles. Xamarin may cause invalid page faults. Xiaomi the M5.
How do they do this?
Um,
Xiaomi the M5.
I mean,
Like, show me. Got it. Those chuckleheads.
I'm Shine CEO. I'm taking your ads and going home.
It's essentially what he was saying.
Yeah. That one. Don't block me, bro.
Do you even block, bro?
Ribbit toaster. Apple pulls out all the Ritz.
What? The Ritz.
Ritz, W-R-I-T-S.
Oh, got it.
I mean, there's always, if you build out fiber, Google will come. Never hurts.
So I'm getting that none of these are really blowing any of us away.
Yeah.
Xamarin is not a medication.
That's what didn't I? Oh no, that was the one I didn't read. How about Xamarin may cause invalid page faults? I like that.
That's the only one that's gotten a reaction.
I kind of like that one, but I like dumb things like that.
Let's use it.
Yeah.
Something for more than 4 hours to go to the doctor, but it's too long.
God, I really, I'm excited.
You mean Sophia Viagra?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I missed everybody.
Well, Tom was saying something, and he's the boss.
What were you saying, Tom?
Nothing. I was making a callback to TMS and said, "You mean Sophia Viagra?"
Oh. Yeah, you think I have a hard time with Condolce's name. Man, Veronica or Nicole really tripped on Sofia Vergara's name today. It was great. It cracked me up.
You guys
Anyway,
were awful too, because she was like Sophia, and then she's like, "I'm not gonna say it." You're like, "Come on, say it. Take a stab. Say it."
We have so many clips of her. I had to get another one.
I know.
Jenny, what were you saying before?
I forget. Oh, the call-in show. I'm like super excited to listen to it.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's got a RSS feed now too, so you can hear old ones. But it's really fun. You should call in sometime. It's basically a lot like what we do on his TMS segment, except it's way more like people call driven. You know.
Let's see.
You should take a page from Problem Solvers and every once in a while do a call out show.
Oh, I like that.
Where you just call people up and be like, "What are you doing?"
I'd be all right with that. How do they do it? Like listeners or something? Or
yeah, people sign up ahead of time with their problems, and then they call and say what the solution is.
That sounds like fun. I would do that.
It's Sarah Lane's best bit on Night Attack.
2 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a 10-minute overlap every Monday, assuming you guys start.
Johnson!
It wasn't my idea. It was Jury.
Oh, I'm gonna yell at him.
I think it's the only time that worked for you guys both.
Yeah, it's also the only schedule. Like he approached me with the idea. It was his idea. He says, "Hey, we should do this thing." We talked about it for a long time, back and forth since probably November, and we finally decided on it. Big part of it was, okay, the goal here is minimal prep.
Yeah.
The only day where it fits, and then maybe this works. And I'm like, yeah, I think that works. So then we did it.
No, I am positively jealous, like, because it's such a great idea. I'm like, that's genius.
Yeah, it's really fun, and it plays to his strengths. I think it plays to mine. There's a good straight man wacko kind of combo happening. It's good.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna listen to it right after this show.
Yeah, it's fun. I think even our beta episode, which technically isn't episode 1, I think that was a real nice surprise because tons of phone calls, like constant stream. I thought we were gonna have to be begging for them, and we've yet to have a moment where there wasn't somebody ringing, trying to get in. And
that's better than like the big lie at the rock station I worked at in Champaign-Urbana was that we'd do 7th caller wins the album, and there'd be like 2 callers.
I give it to the second guy.
So you'd basically like, what you'd do is we had a bank that had 10 lines. And so you would just let it fill up until you got to the 7th is what you were supposed to do. And then you just pick up the 7th caller and just everybody else would just go away. You'd never talk to the other callers.
Wow.
So what you'd have to do is like most of the time you just wait until it felt like, well, you should have gotten 7 by now. And then you'd pick up the second one.
Oh my God. Fraud!
The big
total fraud.
Yeah, we don't have to fake them yet, but if anything, there's too many, and I wish I had a way to like screen, and we don't have any of that. But
when I first started doing it,
I producer Scott Johnson.
I know, but I don't even technically know how to get him to screen. Like I would, but it requires a bunch of stuff, not just a person.
I think I know how you could do it.
Oh yeah?
Right?
All right, slack me your little ideas.
I will.
Your big ideas.
It'd be crude, but you couldn't you just do it with a third person who's muted?
Possibly, except the problem is the calls come in. I don't know how they add them.
What are you guys trying to figure out?
So all right. So here's how it works right now. It's a Skype call, me and Jury, right? We're on Skype. I have a phone number that I pay for through Skype. Sure. That is a static number, and people can call it from their phones. When they call, there's a little plus button next to them. I hit that, it adds them to the call.
Right.
So now they're on the call and we're talking to them. When we're done, I just remove them from the group and they're out. There's no way to put anyone on hold. They just call, and if it rings forever, they don't get through. Then they get a voicemail thing. They get out and try again. And as far as I know, there wouldn't be a way to have a third muted party bring them in. Or they could bring them in, but that's not the hard part. The hard part is, like, it'd be cool to be able to, like, screen them if they have a terrible call quality. We could skip some of those. If they
Right. So it's not about having a person. It's about having a way for a person to screen the calls.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
So, is there no way in Skype to add to have a group? Like, say I was on a call with Tom, right, and then we wanted to join another call together.
I don't think you can suggest. You couldn't suggest outside phone calls in there, because you'd have to be in your own group first of all, accept those calls there, say, hey, you're calling for the show, yep, my name is whatever, you do the whole call screener thing and say, okay, well, hang in tight, we'll bring you in next. Then there's no, that I know of, way to then take that and push it into the call that Justin and I are on, because they would be separate calls. You'd have to be if you're going to talk to them, or else you'd just be talking to us at the same time we're doing a show. Do you know what I mean? So, and it's the same way I take live calls on TMS or anything else, and it works fine. It's just the thing that would make it really optimal for me is if there was a way to say, boy, that guy's under a bridge and I can't hear him, or that guy's perfect, we should talk to him, or this guy's trolling us, which we haven't had any of that, but if we did, we could nip some of that in the bud.
Well,
anyway,
the way to do it, the only other way to do it is to have the hotline number go to like a screener pool, and then once they pass screening, you say call this number that isn't given out publicly, and it goes straight to you.
Yeah,
and there's Slack communication between the host and the screener.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
So
or
like
they could even be in the Skype call sending us messages.
But I get that part of the appeal is like call this number and you'll get to talk to Scott and Justin. Like I get that fun part of it, but it might grow to the point where you needed your public-facing one to go to a separate call and then be given the magic number.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, or maybe through Discord or something else. You know, that's the other thing is maybe there's other ways to do this.
Right.
To route audio. I mean, certainly I could do it internally. If I had an office with an extra person over there, I could just say, you know, I could do some sort of audio routing something and make that work. Like that wouldn't be that big a deal, but that takes, you know, the body, the cost, the whatever.
Well, you need a second instance of Skype in your stream and recording.
Yes, correct.
That's part of the problem is that you're doing the show on Skype, and so you can't have another Skype. I mean, you can actually, but it might.
Well, we could do like a Skype-asaurus-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then it's still an issue of how do we get everyone to hear each other? I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of a...
Because we take calls when we do the FSL Tonight Hangout. I'm able to rig it, and I can explain later how it's rigged, so that, and this works for the analyst calls for DTNS as well, so that there's a person that calls on Skype, and they can hear all of us from the Hangout, and then they can talk to us. And so what if you used that system, and maybe you can do it with Skype and Skype instead of just Hangout and Skype. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. Then you would just need to add a second person to the second instance of Skype that people are calling into to do the screening, and then they could have a back channel through chat that says, okay, I've screened this call, he's ready.
Yeah, that's not bad, actually. That might work. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about Hangouts.
Also, there's some good suggestions for chat room.
And you need a second computer.
Yeah, you do have to have two computers for that.
You have to have two computers, obviously, to route the audio from one to the other. You need the second mixer to pull the trick of them being able to hear you while you being able to hear them without having echoes.
Right. Good point. I'm going to play around with that. There's also some new routing software that's supposed to be pretty good.
I never trust that, but maybe it'll work.
I don't either. I really liked Wiretap Anywhere, but then they quit supporting it like completely and totally screwed everybody. But when it was working, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like worked.
No, I remember. I used to use it instead of Audio Hijack.
Since then, it's like, everything's real sketchy. Hijack's pretty good. Although the Hijack people just put out something too called, up real quick. What's this? Oh, no way. Got in the mail. A fan sent me is this first season? Oh, someone sent me the Flash on Blu-ray.
Oh,
nice.
Hi, Frog Pants. Love your shows. Appreciate all you do. As I understand it, you have not watched The Flash yet, and that is a crime. I hope you enjoy it. Walter Glass. Well, that's
Oh,
sweet.
that's so
Oh, it's
nice.
such a nice gesture.
Yeah. How'd you get my address?
They wouldn't have had to do it. I mean, you can get it on Hulu,
Yeah, no.
but that's just really nice.
Yeah, it's super.
You know, you get all the extras and stuff.
Gas, not. Is it Gas with a G? That's a weird last name. I shouldn't say that. It gave me into cool video thing. Anyway, that was really nice. Blu-ray Flash. All right, now I have no excuse. And it is on Hulu. I just haven't gotten around to it. Anyway, sorry. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say that there's something about something. Crap. Now I forgot. Something about Skype or something. Dang it.
Routing software, is that what we're talking about?
Maybe. Oh, yeah, that was it. So the audio hijack people. I'm gonna find
Just came out with a product too.
I'm gonna look up so I can see the name and the right description. So Rogue Amoeba, that's who makes it. Their new thing is called. I'm trying to find it. What version of hijack are you using, Tom? Are you on 3 point whatever?
I don't even know. What am I on? Yeah, I'm on 3.2.1 contact.
So, is it called? No, it isn't done. Oh, shoot, Ibit would know this because we were just talking about it. Let's see. This is really good. Oh, here it is. Loopback. From the same people. Brand new application, Loopback, tool to make it easy to pass audio from one application to another. You can create virtual audio devices, take the sound from applications and limit input devices, send it to audio processing applications. High-end mixing board right inside of your computer. Blah blah blah. It looks. I mean, essentially, feature for feature, it's supposed to be on par with what Wiretap accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't heard anybody whether they like it or not.
And what was it called?
Loopback. It's made by Rogue Amoeba. So if you go to rogueamoeba.com, it's in their store page. And they make audio hijack. So they've been at this for a while. This sort of stuff.
I use Audio Hijack. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for what it does, it's pretty good. I really wish Wiretap had just open sourced what they were doing because it was amazing. Nothing really worked for me, but it quit working. They stopped supporting it after Snow Leopard. So I stayed on my old computer. I stayed on Snow Leopard for like 3 years longer than I needed to, or something. It was really annoying.
Well, I look forward to it, and I'm going to listen to it while eating my shaved Brussels sprouts, which are sitting right here. And I'm not going to eat them on air because that is rude, but I keep looking at them.
How do you how do you shave a Brussels sprout?
Because I am an asshole and I ordered Postmates. So if you wanted to know how I got my finely prepared food on the Josephson, I ordered it.
All right. I like Postmates. They're all right.
I know, but it's an insidious habit.
I know. It makes it so easy.
All right, I'm going to end our broadcast day. Thank you all
Can we get
for watching.
the national anthem?
Sign off.